Let's talk about the college football playoffs, shall we? As they're staying at 4 teams, they are not expanding, and they will not be expanding for at least another 4 years. Gentlemen, do we care? Do we even need a college football expansion? Since we're already getting blowouts for the majority of the semifinals.
I am 1,000% with you. What do I need now? I need to have 8 more teams in there that also can't beat Alabama.
Like, the only thing expansion to me would be fun for is the other meaningless college football bowl games, even if you're a New Year's Six bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe it makes it now to where I'll watch it. Well, I watch them anyway because it's football and I'm a football junkie, but it adds more meaning. Instead of it just being a meaningless bowl, now it's, all right, these guys, they're playing for something here.
Yeah, I mean, like, theoretically, if you're a fan of a team that is always on the outside, like Troy. So A&M has always been just outside. Like 2 years ago, they were number 5. They kind of got screwed. And then, like, last year, they had a good end of the season, but then they lost to Auburn late or something like that, Mississippi State, and then they got knocked out. But I mean, it keeps them in it. It gives them a chance to get in the playoff, and then anything can happen. But the reality is that these games are all blowouts, and there's been we're doing this 7 years now. So, like, or 8 years now of the 16 or so Final Four games, almost all but 2 have been decided by double digits or more.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think it's done. I think it's 17 or more. These games are blowouts. They're bad football games. So why do I think that the 8th-ranked BYU team could actually put up a fight against Alabama or Georgia? I don't. So why do I want to see it? I don't need expansion. I've got the 4. All right, college football we've got to stop. This is the thing. I'm getting all hyped up now, boys.
Oh, he's standing. Getting out of the chair. Oh, he's back in the chair.
Back in the chair.
Readjusting.
I'm going to stand. I'm going to get a job.
Yeah. Get real hyped.
All right. We've got to stop letting NFL fans dictate the narrative on college football. And that's what they do. The people who are pushing this narrative for a playoff are casual sports fans. Casual football. They're NFL fans. They're not college football fans.
Did you hear that? He's hitting with the casuals.
Yeah. They're not college football fans. College football fans like me and like Troy understand and accept that it's an imperfect game.
Shots fired at us.
Okay. We're not college football fans.
Yeah. I only
hosted that BetQL show with you.
I know. High five. I accept that it's an imperfect system. I accept that some people are going to get screwed. Deal with it.
Right.
I accept that. All right. It's not perfect. It's not the NFL. There's not a big playoff.
Life ain't fair, kids. No participation trophies.
Now, if you want to get one giant super conference of 32 teams, which is basically going to be the SEC and then, a dozen other teams around the country.
We're trending to the super conference.
We are trending to the 32-team super conference of college, maybe 40.
That's going to be hot.
Where you're going to have basically
steamy.
You're going to have basically every SEC team, and then like a couple of the ACC and a couple of the Big Ten and a couple of the Big 12 may not even have any of those left.
At this point.
And then like 2 for the Pac-12. That's what we're going to go. And now if we do that, by all means, 12-team playoff.
Yes.
By all means, let's do an NFL-style thing. Because you're going to have more teams playing different teams.
Yeah, but you said at the very beginning, like, why does everyone think like BYU is going to beat Alabama? Why does everyone think that's going to happen? Well, who thought UMBC was going to beat Virginia? Who thought Santa Clara was going to beat Arizona? I'm talking about the NCAA tournament. Yeah. Now, that's why you expand the playoffs, because you're making these Cinderella teams and the underdog teams have an opportunity to knock the guy off the top of the mountain. That's fun for us. But if they don't want it to be fun and they want the best of the best in there, then come out and say it.
Yeah.
Say, listen, your puny little program that doesn't have an SEC logo on its helmet, good luck to you guys in whatever bowl that you guys are playing in Mobile, Alabama. That's great for you, but you're not one of the top dogs. That's why we don't want you here. Just come out and say that.
I do think college basketball or basketball as a sport lends itself to upsets more than college football.
Oh, way more.
Just because you can get a team you're really hot from 3, and then the favorite's really cold from 3, and all of a sudden you got yourself a game. Football, I mean, sooner or later, the trenches are going to win in college football.
Yeah, well, and these college football games are 9 hours long.
5 hours long,
I could be down by 3 scores early and know that I have all day.
You got half a day
to come back.
Right. I've got until sundown to come back here. It's okay. And listen, if they go to one super conference, I do think you'll have more competitive games because now all the recruits are just going to go to those 30 schools as opposed to Well, I guess now they just go to the 30 schools anyway. You know what I mean? Like now they most of the same guys get it. But let's say that, there's a couple players that would normally go to a Northwestern. Well, Northwestern might not be in it in the Super Conference. And now they would go to Arkansas.
I feel pretty confident that they will not be in the Super Conference.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, Indiana might not be in it, right? But
I love
might.
Pat Fitzgerald. Yeah. Pat Fitzgerald. I think he's awesome.
But I don't think it's just like
I'm
all
more
the
of
teams,
an F. Scott Fitzgerald fan.
Hey, there you go. All the teams that get into the Super Conference are going to have like interests. Like Vanderbilt and Northwestern have different interests than Michigan and Ohio State. Like their number one priority is not athletics.
Right.
It's school.
Right. And also to correct Chiafalo, the national championship was not 3 hours long. The actual game time was 3 hours and 41 minutes.
That's it?
That was the actual game time. Game time was 3 hours and 41 minutes.
That's quick.
Yeah.
For college football.
Well,
usually it's a 5-hour game.
Yeah.
When you stop for every first down, which is a rule they need to get rid of, that's why the game drags.
That's ultimately, that's the biggest reason.
When I went to the A&M Tennessee game, like in 2016, it was 5 hours and 25 minutes.
5 hours and 25
minutes. It was a marathon.
Minutes.
It was amazing.
Was it overtime?
Yeah, it went to overtime.
Oh, okay.
Who won that game?
You guys did.
That's right.
Hashtag not Tennessee won the game.
That was the last time we were good. It was like number 8 versus number 6.
Woo, that's a heck of a game.
Yes.